So with your photography project, you really put yourself out there. You show every aspect of yourself. How did you get to that, and what's the feedback you're receiving?
So I've been doing photography for a long time, and I'm very interested in portrait photography. I mean, and that leads to self-portrait, because many times you don't have people to take pictures of, and you have, to practice. The side related to the project started as like a journal. Through all of the surgeries, just a way to keep things visual and like memories, basically.
Yeah.
And then at some point I felt like I needed to come to terms with my own body, my own situation, because it changed, like things change, scars show up. Even though I never had a problem with showing the scars in real life, they're there, it is what it is. I wanted to go into photography and do some like self-reflection, just not as showing the scars, but as me as a woman, because you go through a treatment and then you're left with a body that you're like, okay, how do I deal with this? And photography for me was the way to sit and think and be like, okay, this is it, this is what I have. You have to accept, and not only accept, but like even love what you have. If you don't come to terms with it, you're going to the wrong path. So the photography that I have is just showing me, but not putting the scars out there just for the sake of putting the scars out there, just because they are in the body that I have, and coming to terms with it means accepting everything. But like scars happen, they're not going anywhere.
No.
They're part of who I am. With the photography and the reactions, I had all kinds of reactions. Like some people are like, oh, they're beautiful. Some people are like, don't get it. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you putting your scar out there? So it's just a matter of, this is what it is.
Exactly.
If you don't like it, just go away. But I've had to stop people from judging, because sadly the internet is, a void of emptiness, and people feel like they have to have an opinion on everything. When you post something online, everyone's free to say things. In a way they are. But when it's none of your business and you don't know the whole story, you better just stay quiet and then let people do their thing. But when people don't know and ask and get curious, it's a way to, in a way, teach. As long as someone goes, sees the thing and feels somehow not alone, that there's someone out there that has something similar, I'll be happy. But I've heard you have a project.
Yes.
That is completely different from the rawness of my photography. So why?
Well, basically what we try to do is, at some level, as much as we can, restore the self-confidence and self-image of cancer patients. So we basically take pictures of people who have been through it or are going through it at the moment. And I will speak a bit from my experience now. So I had one picture taken 2 days after my last chemotherapy. And for me, I mean, literally, my face was blank. It was, I mean, I had no hair anymore, anywhere. So my eyebrows were gone, my lashes were gone. And for me, just being in that chair, having that makeup put on my face, and seeing myself again in that kind of, I would say, worthy way, it brought back this sense of confidence in a way, because I could see the perspective again. Whereas where you stand in the mirror and, it's blank, you're like, oh, is this all there is? And somehow, with that image, I could see the perspective, and I started to get this spark of hope again. So that also motivated me to go to them and ask, like, hey, is there anything I can do for you guys to help and maybe have other patients have this experience? So that was my main motivation to join them. So I think it's a really beautiful project, and with our photography we hope to inspire other people going through that.
Why the fantasy? I've seen the book, and it seems that it's not hiding but putting behind a curtain of the reality.
The thing is, it's already in the concept, so it's a fine art photography project. We try to, for a brief moment, get somebody out of that harsh reality, you know, and kind of get them in that dream world. And if you see those pictures, yeah, I think that kind of is the feeling that is evoked, and that's actually also what we're kind of aiming for. The latest project that we did was actually a children's book in which we transformed everyone into little circus artists. And the story that we're telling with that is that every person has his own talent to defeat the very bad Ka, and Ka stands for cancer.
It is interesting to see how people use
different styles,
different setups and different things.